Well, if you haven't given up on your New Year's resolution and you've been hitting the gym on a regular basis, it's important to know the difference between your real age and your training age. And we brought in fitness expert Lee Boyce to help us out with that. Lee, great to see you as always.
Good to see you.
All right, what is the difference between someone's real age and their training age?
Well, truthfully, you could be 35, 40 years old and that's your real age, but your training age, if you've only been in the gym going regularly since the last year or so, your training age might only be 1. And that comes with a lot of different perspectives and different ways to look at just how closely you're approaching your training as for how advanced you go and you dive into it and you deep dive into doing really advanced movements.
Okay, but how do I break down what is my training age? If I'm, say, I don't know, 28 and I haven't been to the gym in 5 years and I'm just going back, is my real age, my training age, I guess, is it like 50?
Well, you could look at it that way for sure, right? To be honest with you, it would just take a little bit more of a novice approach and scaling things way back in order to make sure that you don't get injured when you get into the gym and you've taken some time off being sedentary like that, because to be honest, we get more mileage on our joints and on our muscles and so on, and if we take too many steps forward too early, then we're going to get into problems.
Okay, do we also have to be careful on the other end of the spectrum? Let's say I'm 50 and I've been going to the gym regularly for 20, 25 years, but I am aging, and as you say, there's wear and tear there involved. You might think your training age is still 25, but it's not.
Well, that's actually a really good point, because of the fact that your training intuition will go up, and that's what I call training IQ. The fact that you can think more intuitively and you have a little bit of a better connection to your muscles using your mind from all of those years that you've spent in the gym, it can allow you to be a little bit more cognizant of what you're doing, when you should push yourself, when you should scale things back, and so on, and you use that maturity to your advantage.
Okay, how do I know when to push myself? Do I have to listen to my body, what my body's telling me?
You do have to listen to your body, and pay attention to warning signs as well. If your week or your month or your year is very busy and you have a lot of stresses in your life and you're not getting as much recovery and your nutrition or your diet might be not as great as it could be, these are all signs that can make exercise another stressor or could take you actually down physiologically rather than build you up physiologically, which is the whole point.
You also have to be careful not to use that as an excuse to not push yourself so hard at the gym.
Well, of course, there's a fine line that we're trying to tread here, and so when it comes to training hard, there should be no exemption from training hard and working hard in the gym, but at the same time, keep aware of those warning signs.
All right, and by the way, what is your training age? What's your training IQ?
My training age, I've been training properly with weights since I was about 19, so about 12 years.
Good for you. Well, Lee, keep it up. Great to see you as always, and great information.
Good to see you. Thanks.